Well, hello everyone, and thank you guys for watching. Classic Bike Rider here, bringing you a new video. It's been a long time coming. I think my last video I made was in April when I replaced the front forks on the bike and when I got it inspected and all. I've been busy at work. I leave really early in the morning, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and come back 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night. Sometimes I don't come at all. Like this week I went to Georgia, and I gotta tell you, Georgia has the gorgeous roads to ride on. Oh my god, I was so amazed by the beauty. Back roads, twisties, you name it. Georgia has it all. No wonder all the production companies are moving to Georgia. The Disney company, all the Marvel series are shot in a studio in Georgia, and the Walking Dead is shot in Georgia. So Georgia has the greatest roads, very beautiful. So I know if I ever move out of Long Island, I know where I'm going. So how's everybody been? I hope everybody's summer has been alright. Glad the worst of the pandemic is over and restrictions are being lifted surely. It's good to see that a lot of places don't require a mask anymore. I've been double back since March, so but I still like to wear my mask, so I don't care. I see a lot of people that take their mask off and going out without a mask. Not me. I make sure I take my mask everywhere. So I got back early this morning, did a delivery, came home, so I'm on my way out to get my check. And I don't miss the opportunity to ride because I've been riding such a long time. So my boss is meeting me. He lives in Manorville. He's meeting me in the gas station that is off the exit 72. So I'm gonna ride over there, kind of hang out, wait for him, have myself a iced coffee while I'm waiting. And then I gotta go to the bank, deposit that money. So I guess I'll catch you guys back up in a little bit. So I took the back top case off. It's removable, so I took it off because it's unnecessary weight. I've seen a lot of these bikes out on the road, and not one single one had the top case. And since I'm just riding, I figure I'd take it off and see the difference in weight. And it's not that heavy, but you know, every little bit I count. So I'm dying to get me a Gullwing, either F6B or the regular Gullwing. Although the F6B is not called that anymore, just called Gullwing, plain old Gullwing. Prior years, back in the day, it was called the Valkyrie, and then they kept evolving, and then they took out the Valkyrie name out and they named it Gullwing F6B. Then they went just for the I think this year they removed the moniker F6B and it's now playing Gullwing. And the one with all the cases is called the back trunk case is called Touring. And I'm not sure. I like the Gullwing F6B or the Gullwing, but I'm not sure if that one has the reverse gear on it, because still a heavy bike, even though they only removed the top trunk case, it's the same bike, so it should have the reverse gear. But I thought I heard they removed that they don't have the reverse gear on the smaller one to, you know, for cost purposes, so it can be more affordable. I don't know about that. They cost about the same. And I saw a regular Gullwing Touring yesterday. That thing looks so nice. The 2021 at least. I like all Gullwings, but I saw that 2021 model yesterday with the bigger trunk. It looks so nice. So back in May, on my wife's birthday, my stepdaughter decided that she wanted to give my mom something special, and she went on a hunt down on Facebook and found a pair of kittens, male and a female. We named them Stewie and Stella to honor I'm subscribed to this channel called Unwrecked, and he has two cats, Stewie and Stella. So I named them that just because they're Stewie and Stella from the Unwrecked are so cute, and our cats are cute. But she failed to tell me that they weren't free. I paid $80 for the pair. My stepdaughter said, I'm gonna give you the money. She hasn't. She never did it. I ain't gonna charge her for it. That's one thing about me. I mean, I sold my son the Virago, and I didn't charge her for it. Might as well I said I gave it to him, and I gave him the laptop too. It's family. You can't make money off your family. I'll be nuts. And my stepdaughter as well. I have one of their car registered and insured on my name, and they were giving me $80 a month for the $85 a month for the insurance. But they're struggling a little bit because they have the new house and they just put their stuff in debt by getting credit cards. They bought a dog, $2,000. They got a credit card for it. They went and got Home Depot credit to get a new wash machine and dryer because the one that they had that came with the house broke. But that that you can take out of the escrow. When you buy a house, the seller has to put some money in escrow in case something major breaks in the house in the first year or so, and they can take the money out of that. So I don't know what they did. I don't know if they did that or not, but I know that they went out and got themselves a Home Depot credit and got themselves a new washing machine and dryer. So they in debt. So what I told her, you know, to be nice, because family, that she didn't have to pay me the $80 for the insurance anymore. When she can, and she want to give it to me, she can. But if she can't, she don't have to. They selling dock cars soon anyway, so that's gonna be the end of that. So I'm meeting my boss up at the gas station over here in the corner. He said he will call me when he leaves the office. He hasn't called me yet, so I'm just gonna hang out, have some coffee, some iced coffee, and check on the world accounts, the news. I hardly ever watch the news anymore. I don't even know what's going on in the world. Just the other day I found out the Titanic sunk. How about that? There was a ship named the Titanic, and it was making a maiden voyage, and it sunk. And it was supposed to be on a sinkable ship. Not. But I'm one of those. I haven't watched the news in forever. See, I get home most days and I'm freaking tired. And I don't want to do anything. I just want to relax. Some people say, oh, you're driving all day. Yeah. You ain't driving a freaking 18-wheeler long distances. Like yesterday, I left Georgia at 9 o'clock in the morning and drove all day and basically all night just to get here, violating DOT rules because I didn't want it to stay out. I didn't want it to leave freaking Georgia. Well, I guess I could have stayed somewhere and got here still today, but the delivery was for 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, and I get to the place and they're not open till 7, and the crew that start unloading don't get there until 8. So how about that? Someone made a boo-boo. So this is what I'm gonna wait for my boss. There ain't no shade anywhere. I guess I can park here. Let's sit right there. Alright guys, I'll catch you guys back up in a little bit. Alright, so I end up having to come to the office to pick up my check. The bank closes at 5, so I gotta hustle up to the bank, which is down the road, not too far, around Ronkonkoma. And weird thing is I had to go to this bank, cash the check, because it's not my main bank. This is the bank that, an account that I opened because this bank sucks. The bank that my company checks are from sucks. It's HSBC. HSBC bank sucks. sucks. S-U-C-K sucks. And having to open an account there, because every week was a freaking hassle for me to cash my check. A couple of times they didn't want to cash it because it was too much money. And another branches, they charged me $5 to cash it because I wasn't a customer. So just to avoid all hassle, I opened an account, checking savings, just because if I deposit that check in my bank, it takes 3 days to clear. So I mean, if I deposit on Friday, it doesn't get clear until Monday. I deposited last week. The HSBC bank was closed Saturday because Juneteenth. What the fuck is Juneteenth? I don't give a fuck. It makes it inconvenient for customers. They were closed on Juneteenth. Every other bank was open, but HSBC was closed celebrating Juneteenth. Hooray! So I ended up having to deposit a check on my bank, Capital One. Luckily, I have money to pass me over the weekend because the check didn't clear until Tuesday. So what I do is I come to this bank, I cash the check, deposit like 100 or 200 in that checking account, so I can use it for gas and stuff like that. And the big bulk of the money I deposit in my regular bank account, where I have all my bills coming out of. It would have been a whole lot easier. I wanted them to do direct deposit, but again, HSBC Bank requires a blank check in order for them to set up direct deposit. And I go to my bank, they gave me a certified letter with the bank account and routing number and all. Oh no, that's not enough, we require a blank check. Hope all that is ending. See, I never heard of the Citizens Bank before until I got the loan for my wife's car. The loan is from Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank just took over HSBC. So I hope all that nonsense that they do changes when the new owners take over, because that sucks. And that way I can have then direct deposit the check on that account. Oh, and HSBC Bank does not support Sally. Every other bank in the freaking country supports Sally payments. You know, that you send payment Sally to another person with Sally, and the money gets transferred from one bank to the other. It doesn't matter what bank it is for. HSBC does not support Sally. So I end up having to download the regular Sally app, but the only downfall of that is that you can only transfer $500 a week with the Sally app. through the bank, like my Capital One bank, I got set up for Zelle, and I can send $2,000 a day. So in a 24-hour period. So when I pay my landlord, I send her $1,500 one day and $1,500 the next day. But you gotta be 24 hours. You can't be like I send the $1,500 right now, and tomorrow morning I send the other $1,500. Doesn't work. I gotta wait until tomorrow night to send her the other $1,500. 24 hours. But it's $2,000 the limit that you can send a day with the bank. So I heard the news that Citizens Bank was taking over HSBC, and the first thing I did was go to the Zelle website and check, see if Citizens Bank supports Zelle, and they in fact do. So woo. So I'm gonna go over there, the bank. I'll be back in a little while. So I just did both banks already. Good thing is over here in Ronkonkoma, the HSBC and the Capital One are really close, like a couple of blocks from each other. So I killed two birds with one stone. When I get to go, like weeks past, I get home, I get back late, so I don't get to cash the check until the next day. So in Hampton Bays, there's an HSBC bank, and I go there, cash it, and then go to Riverhead to the Capital One bank. See, all these banks, Capital One, it used to be Norfolk Bank, which before that, I can't remember what it was called. I can't remember what the hell was called before Norfolk Bank. Anyway, they had branches everywhere. So the Capital One, before it was Capital One, it was Norfolk Bank. They had a big branch in Hampton Bays, and they had a branch in Sag Harbor, and they had a branch in Amagansett. When Capital One took them over, they started closing all those branches down. So the one in Hampton Bays, they see the traffic. That's why I stayed in the service road. The one in Hampton Bays, they divided the people between Riverhead and Southampton. The Southampton branch is still open, and the Riverhead branch is still open. Thank God. They used to have two branches in Riverhead, so they closed one down. And they kept the big one by Roanoke Plaza, I think, by the TJ Maxx Plaza over there. So, yeah, these banks, they big branches takes them over, and they just start killing the little branches. Like Bridgehampton National Bank, they had a lot of branches, so they just got bought by Dime Bank. So let's see how it goes. See if Dime Bank start killing all the small branches. But what I mean by that is by closing all those branches, they making it hard for customers, because like what I was gonna say is weeks pass, and I get home late. When I get back late, I didn't get to cash my check. The bank closes at 5, first of all, the HSBC. So I had to go to the Hampton Bays branch, cash my check there, deposit the small amount that I always deposit in that checking account, and then go down to Riverhead and deposit it on my other account. So hopefully all that gets taken care of if the new Citizens Bank take over and they make direct deposit easier. We shall see. I'm gonna have to talk it over with Jerry, my the owner of the company. Tell him, hey, listen, I now have a HSBC bank account. You can do direct deposit, right? And see, I'll fill up the form and hand it to them, because they require, even though it's a HSBC bank, they require a freaking blank check. And when I open it, the account, I didn't get any checks. Nobody gets checks anymore. Nobody writes checks hardly ever nowadays. There's still like the older people that don't believe in electronic banking. They still write checks. But me, I can't remember the last time I wrote a check. I think back in 2005, 2006, when I had my my Toyota, and I had to pay the bill. No, but even then, I set up electronic banking, bill pay, and I was paying it that way. And it was getting debited directly from my bank account and deposited into the Toyota account. So yeah, we shall see. I hope that the merge takes over real quick. Another thing the HSBC does that in a way is good, but Apple. Well, glad that I was recording that. It totally disrupted my chain of thought. I was talking about the banks. Ooh, nice. Anyway, I'll catch you guys back up in a little bit. So this way I'm taking a shortcut down to 27. 27 Sunrise Highway. I could have taken 495 down to exit 72, I think it is. 70, exit 72. Or 73. No, it's 72. Hey, one of them exit. The exit for Mandelville 111 Road. That brings me down to further down on 27 at exit 62. But there's a bunch of city folks traveling to the Hamptons, and like my wife, she only knows one way in and one way out of the Hamptons. These people, the GPS seems to favorite that route for people, and not a lot of people know this secondary waits to 27, which in turn bring you back out to the Hamptons too. So we shall see what happens. Did I mention that I'm eagerly wanted to get me a Goldwing? Yeah, I did that before. If I do, I'm gonna have to sell this one. There can only be one spousal acceptance. One motorcycle per household. One motorcycle per shed. She gave me for Father's Day a tool chest. Oh, it was so nice. We picked it up on Saturday at Harbor Freight. Put it together Sunday. Took me just about the whole day. I started putting it together on Saturday when I came back with it, but it got late and it was gonna rain. And boy, if I didn't put stuff away right away, I would have gotten drenched. Because my father-in-law was giving me a hand, helping me out, and he goes, "Look like it's gonna rain." I said, "I think so. I can feel like the air is getting damped, and I can feel like drizzles." And I seriously did. I felt like drizzles, but it didn't start raining right away. Put everything away and stuff. By the time I put everything away and came back out to go to the mailbox to check the mail, it started to rain. It was raining harder, and then by the time I went back in the house, the sky opened up. It started to pour and thundering. So we got a good 10-minute soaker, 20-minute soaker. And I felt bad because it was my granddaughter's birthday, Sophia, and she invited a bunch of friends to the carnival, and I gave her $40, and I told my stepdaughter she needed anything else, you just let me know and I'll send her some Sally quick pay. And they spent $30 in the bracelets to go in, and they couldn't enjoy it because it started to rain, so they had to leave. And I was, oh, that fucking sucked. But nevertheless, the next day we had a little get together at my house. It was Father's Day / Sophia's birthday. And in the morning, all the girls took us men to for breakfast. We went to IHOP in Riverhead. We had a nice brunch. It was brunch by the time that we ate, but it was good. And then on the way back, they stopped and pick up the cake for Sophia. And then they came home. We barbecued some burgers, some hot dogs, and bacon, and we did bacon cheeseburgers for everybody, and hot dogs for the ones that didn't want to eat cheeseburgers. So we had a nice time. And by doing this, I avoid a bunch of traffic. Even though when I get further up, what all the idiots come out of, exit 62, it's gonna be a little slow down there, but it's better than driving in it. Anyway, I'll catch you guys back up in a little bit. I don't know if I'm recording. I can't see. Well, I guess I'm recording now. So I heard a beeping before. So last month, the end of May, my truck started to have issues. Started to leak antifreeze everywhere. And they fixed one thing and it started leaking from another place. They sent me out to Massachusetts. The AC wasn't working. The AC wasn't working, and I told them since March. I think the March or February, the first time that they sent me out to Colorado. It was pretty warm in Colorado, so AC was required. And I found out the hard way that I had no AC. So turns out the condenser had a leak. I put a couple of cans of Freon which stopped leaking it, but it didn't work. Anyway, they sent me out to Massachusetts, but the truck, they have sort of replaced the condenser in it, and the antifreeze leaked. The mechanic supposedly fixed it, but he didn't put enough antifreeze in it, because in the lapse of 3 weeks I put in it like 12 bottles of antifreeze, 12 gallons of antifreeze. That's a lot of antifreeze. Anyway, the mechanic supposedly fixed it. So my boss, who is not my boss anymore because he was a partner in the company and they had a disagreement and they parted ways. And he wanted me to go work for him. So we're having a meeting tomorrow, a lunch meeting. So I don't know yet. Anyway, he takes the truck out to Jersey to get a container, and because he didn't have enough antifreeze, the truck shuts off. And you guys gonna be grossed out by this, but we drivers gotta do what we gotta do. Sometimes we be driving long ass hours and we have to go to the bathroom. And you can't just stop anywhere and take your dick out and stop peeing. So I had an empty bottle of antifreeze that I filled up halfway with pee. And the day that I got back with the broken truck, I was gonna dump it and I forgot. So my boss takes the truck out. The mechanic supposedly fixed the antifreeze leak, but he didn't put enough antifreeze in the reservoir to make the truck work. So my boss takes the truck to Jersey, and the way back, the thing has a sensor in the bottle that the antifreeze drops below that level, the truck shuts down. And I knew how to handle it because he did it to me a couple of times, so I figure when the engine light starts to flash, I just ease off the gas, and that sends a gush of antifreeze back to the reservoir, and the lights go out, and then I can do that again until the next time. But my boss didn't know that, and the truck shuts off in the middle of the turnpike. He pulls to the side. He figures that it's the antifreeze what causing it. He looks by my bed and he sees a bottle of antifreeze. He takes it and put it in the reservoir, just enough to get him to the gas station, where he turned and bought 2 more gallons of antifreeze and filled it up. I didn't know this, but the next day that I got the truck back, the first thing I did was reach for that bottle so I could empty, and it was empty. And I was like, what? Why is this bottle empty? It leaked out? I said, fuck, it leaked out, and I got pee everywhere. But no, it didn't leak out. So, that day talking to my boss, he tells me, oh, the truck broke down last night. This idiot didn't put enough antifreeze. Luckily, you had half a bottle of antifreeze sitting there by your bed, and I put it in the reservoir enough to get me to the gas station. Oh my God! I started to giggle, and I didn't want to let him know that what he put in the reservoir was pee. I mean, he must have smelled it. You gotta be like I can smell shit. I don't have no sense of smell. So the house could be on fire and I wouldn't smell anything. And this is not because I had COVID. I was born this way, I guess. I was born without the sense of smell, and I've been without it my whole life. All my other senses are good. The taste buds and all. Hearing, sight. Although I'm getting old. Sight ain't like I used to be. My hearing's still good. But smell, nothing. So yeah, either he don't have no sense of smell, or he didn't smell it, or he smelled it and he didn't care because he wanted to get to the gas station. But he said it was antifreeze, so let's leave it at that. So he put my half bottle of pee into the reservoir. And it reminds me back of a movie, a comedy that I saw, where the car run hot, and they needed to get antifreeze, and they stopped in the middle of the road somewhere, and there was 2 boys and a girl. So they turned and started peeing inside the radiator to get enough water flowing to the engine to get them to a shop. And I remember the scene when the girl climbs up and she started peeing in the hole of the radiator. It was so funny. That reminded me just that. Oh, brother. Funny shit. Anyway, guys, I'm almost at home. See, all the traffic is all the city folks coming out to the Hamptons. Hampton summer is in full swing. Most restrictions have been lifted. Most COVID restrictions have been lifted, so more and more people are going to start coming out. Good for the economy, I guess. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, any suggestion. You can post it down below. This is Classic Bike Rider signing off. See ya. I want to reiterate about the peeing in the bottle thing. Some of these places that you go to deliver, they don't allow anybody in the restroom because of COVID. So you pretty much have to either pee outside or do what I do is pee in a bottle and then dump it later. So yeah, that's the ticket. Anyway, see ya.